Okay.
If you clean a vacuum cleaner, aren't you the vacuum cleaner at that point?
Yeah, true. A non-electric vacuum cleaner, yes.
Yeah, a manual vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, but a vacuum cleaner can also clean you. Therefore, the vacuum cleaner is cleaning the vacuum cleaner,
Yeah.
and vice versa.
If you drop soap on the floor, is the soap dirty or is the floor clean?
The soap itself is dirty. Like if I drop a fresh bar out of the package on the ground, the soap then becomes the soap that has touched the floor becomes bacteria is on that soap.
But can't you wash the bacteria off
You
that
could
soap?
wash it off, yeah, theoretically, but the clean floor is not a thing. The bacteria would still be there because like the soap would need to be activated via water and all that, scrubbing and etc.
Some of these logic twists. Why do we call it taking a dump when we're actually leaving it?
Because like you're in the action of like
Disposing
of fecal matter. You're
So
you're in the
proper.
action of like going to the bathroom. That's a crazy question though.
If a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, does it file insurance claims? Don't ask me.
If you crash your car and no one's around, is it a car? Do you still call your insurance company? Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday
Oh no.
I was hanging out with some friends, and a lot of people that were there at the place I was at, they decided to disappear. And one of our friends came and sat with us because they were sitting with the other group. And we're like, oh, where'd everybody go? And he goes, oh, one of their friends got into a car accident. And they end up coming back, and one of the girls was really upset because the guy got sideswiped and his tire was like bent like out and completely like off the
Okay. Like the axle broke and all that. Yeah.
like if his frame was bent in and everything.
Okay.
And apparently he let the girl go that hit him. She was like, I don't have insurance, I don't have like a license.
So he just what?
He just let her go.
He just claimed it was a hit and run or what?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't stay long enough to like or ask questions, like follow-up questions. I just know that
That's diabolical.
it was I was like if my car's frame was bent in, like I knew the frame was bent in, my door was bent in, like my tires like sideways 100%.
I was involved in an accident where no shot I was letting the guy go. You know, I'll leave it at that. But no way. I also got sideswiped, and there was just no way. That's just stupid. Also, I didn't have full coverage on the car, so there was nothing I could do. I needed his insurance. My car was just too old to have full coverage.
At least he had insurance though, cause
yeah. Once we got it all figured out, yeah, I'm glad that it worked out the way it did. But
Jesus Christ,
a little bit of an inside joke there as well. You ever been in an accident? Like two cars.
I've had someone when I had my Civic.
Okay.
It was raining and someone slammed into the back of me.
All right.
And then I also I've never and we were going so slow on that one. We were going literally 5 miles. It was because I slammed on the brakes because there was a car that pulled out in front of me just at AM PM and just backed out, and I had to slam on the brakes, and the guy behind me had to slam on his brakes.
Did he do any damage to you? Or
no. Literally that time I didn't even claim insurance or anything, because there was no damage on his truck, there was no damage on my car.
This 16-year-old kid once rolled into my car, similar thing, where I was at the stop sign and the cars were going by, so I couldn't go, and he rolled into my car. And so I got out and I looked. not a single scratch, dent, nothing.
Yeah, I didn't even realize the guy even hit me because it was like such a little like.
Yeah, I felt a little jerk.
And I go, oh.
And the kid freaked out when I did it.
Well, if you think about it, think if you were 16 years old and...
He was like, oh my God, like my parents are going to kill me. And I'm like, look, you're very lucky, but there's 0 damage to my car. So I'm good. Like, you're good to take off. Like, you're fine.
I don't see a point in filing like an insurance claim and putting it on someone's record when there's no damage.
Yeah, like if my bumper was dented or something like that, the
guy had on mine. The guy had a metal frame, like bumper. So if there was any damage, it would have been on my car 100%, and there was nothing. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I have a question.
All right, go ahead.
Just because I read this one. If you had to swap lives with me for a week, would you survive?
Would I survive? I mean...
Would you be able...
I would survive.
Would you be able to...
I don't think that you could endure my week.
Your job would scare me, I'm not going to lie. Well, yes, 100%, because you get on roofs and climb in attics and stuff like that.
Yeah, and tall ladders and
I don't
all
like
that.
heights.
See, that's where I don't think you could do my...
My job might bother you, though, because it's not active. I sit at a computer talking to customers all day.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
And you have to stay very calm. And you have to have a lot of knowledge on
toilets and such.
Yes.
So, I mean, could I do your job? I think, yeah, if I had training prior, but for just a week where I'm thrown in the swamp, probably not.
I know I'm probably not. I just notified my boss today about this. I use ChatGPT.
Well, yeah, of course.
Especially if I don't know an answer. Like, if a customer calls in and they're going, I need this fitting to go with this pipe. And I just sent an example over where a customer called in about a vacuum breaker. And it's on their, like, backflow. And I looked it up on ChatGPT and also confirmed with the manufacturer that is what needed to go with it. But I just was saying you have to double check everything. But I did send over an example to them.
That's going to be the most interesting part of this entire pod. It's going to bring people in. People are going to be searching for their vacuum breakers. And they're going to find us because of that.
They're going to be like, oh, she knows some information. I am not a qualified plumber. Just an FYI.
If we take like the jobs out of it, I think that I could live. I think I could survive your week.
I would have a blast because I would be with your wife the whole time.
Fiance.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I just like saying wife.
Yeah. But could I spend a week doing what you do? So run me through your average week. Let's break that down. Right, we go to the gym together. We do this podcast, obviously, so like that would remain the same.
Yeah.
Work, we'll just like say, for work, we'll say that you figure out my job, I figure out your job. Whole 9 yards.
You have to clean an entire house.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna whoop your husband's ass into cleaning with me.
No, because we have an agreement.
No,
so.
I know, which is fair.
It's kind of like wife swap or whatever. Like
yeah.
Back in the day when they did that, I think they canceled it after the murder thing happened.
What murder thing?
Was it a murder? Wasn't there a family that like murdered?
I don't have a clue.
I've
only watched like one episode of that, and it was like a hippie girl that swapped with like a corporate lawyer girl, and like the hippie wife, she like didn't get out of bed till like 10 a.m. Oh no, sorry, not a corporate lawyer. It was a southern family, and it was a farm family. So the hippie girl got out of bed at like 10 a.m. on her regular day, like kind of lounged around the house, didn't really do too much. I lied,
there was not a murder thing. They stopped it due to
gender roles and all that.
No, it was you basically have one person whose like house is immaculate and another person's like house is like
dirty.
Destroyed and dirty.
Yeah.
So it was that, and then also the ratings were declining. So
yeah, because
I swear it is something about
repetitive. Like, if you think about it, it is very repetitive, right? Because the idea is You take two wives that are complete polar opposites, and you swap them. So like that one that I was telling you about, the hippie that would wake up at 10 a.m., wouldn't really do too much. The husband kind of ran the household. He worked. The house was pretty dirty, whole 9 yards. Went into this like southern family that was a farm family, and that lady got up at like 6 a.m. and was like, getting everything ready for the kids, cleaning the house, blah, blah, blah. And so like in theory, like they're not going to put someone who gets up at 10 a.m. and doesn't really do a lot with somebody who gets up at 10 a.m. and doesn't do a lot.
Yeah, because there's no
difference.
Yeah.
So they have to go polar opposites, which really quickly would create this.
I don't think it would be. I think because like with our lives, besides the work situation, I think it's like me and my husband, we get up in the morning, and I get up before him because I have to work. So I start work at 5 a.m. And so I'm up at 4:30, and then I go restart my computer. I start making my coffee. I let Blaze out. I come back, finish my coffee, start loading my screens up for work. I work from 5 till 2. When I'm on lunch or break, I'll clean, make food for myself.
Do you think that we'll flip it? You switch lives with my fiance. She's a server, so she works night shifts from like 4 till 10:30, 11. Of course, she does more cleaning than I do, right? I work more hours during the week than she does, so we have that agreement.
The part I would have an issue with, the plants.
You would have to take care of plants, yeah.
She's horrible with plants.
Big advocate for that. Now, you haven't done bad because we've gone on trips and you've taken care of our plants, I assume.
Yes, I have taken care. I've been over at
They're
your
not
house.
dead, so
they were well watered.
She's more like keen about that than I am, of course. Like she's the plant lady.
She made fun of me because I was overwatering my plant that's at my house.
Yeah.
I have 2 plants now at my house.
Technically it can like kill them. I've learned a lot about plants since being with her, but because before, like for decor around the house, I had fake plants.
I like fake plants.
We started dating and she's all, get those out of my sight.
Oh my God. I will buy a fake plant and she goes, why?
Yeah.
And I go, no. I just don't have the attention. I forget about them.
I do too.
And it's not that I don't forget about my cats. I don't forget about my dog.
Yeah. No, I was the same way. It's not that I would forget. It's probably like either
out of
I
sight,
would forget.
out of mind.
Yeah,
they're just like not.
That's where fake plants. They're not gonna die on me.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal, right? I can forget about them for, forever.
I'm not gonna lie though. You spend as much on a fake plant as a real plant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're
and
expensive.
Fake plants last a lot longer.
Shoot, they're expensive, but I mean that's just like everyone's got their thing. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. I think if I were to switch because I've been 4 years now working at home, like from home, and if I were to switch and take her job, I would definitely be really tired. Because I remember when I was serving, and I would be able to pick it up easily, but it will still like kick my butt because of the fact that.
Yeah. No, I mean. She deals with a lot of customers every day, like we all know you came from the restaurant industry, so did I. Like we know how tough that work is, so I always commend her for that. Like tough shifts are tough shifts.
Oh yeah.
Kind of thing. Like and
you never know how people are going to act.
Yeah, you never know whether the job's going to be busy that day or slow that day, and that sucks.
And the worst ones I always had is when it's really busy and really attitude customers.
Yeah.
That's the worst is when... Because you can
handle... And when you're not getting tipped well.
Yeah.
Because the server lives off her tips. I mean, like, it sucks when you do... It also sucks when, like, you do everything right, and they just still don't tip you.
I remember when I worked at Red Lobster, and they're
it's
no
okay.
longer here.
They're no longer in business. We're good.
Well, some places still have them.
In California, they're no longer in business.
So when I worked there, I remember there was a couple servers that people would do like put a penny. Their tip was the penny in the water upside down.
Terrible.
And I was literally, my tables were right next to her. So like I was helping her when she was really busy and like getting them their food and stuff, or I listen, like, you know who the like bad servers are and who aren't the bad servers, and she was like a really good server. So when they tipped her the penny and they were like, this is your tip, is the water or whatever, I was like,
also what sucks is like Red Lobster didn't do this, but a lot of restaurants do this where your tip gets split amongst the chefs, amongst everyone.
Red Lobster did use some of their
for
tips
servers and hosts.
No, not
it wasn't
hosts.
Cooks.
I think it was bartender.
Anyways,
barbacks or something like that.
But like my fiance, the restaurant she works at, they tip
she did
everyone.
She broke down everything to me one day, and I looked at her and I was like, "That's wild."
Yeah, and it sucks when it's like you do everything right, or you're just getting slammed, and people don't tip you well. So it's just like, no matter if I get good service or not now, I still tip 20%.
Yeah.
Now I'll tip over 20% if I get really good service. But like, even if I get poor service, I just chalk it as like, it was just a rough day, because I know what it's like to live off your tips.
Did you know that in Europe they don't accept tips?
But they probably pay more. Like, they probably pay
I don't know.
hourly.
All I know is when Dale and I were there, when we were there, he was like, it's like a cultural thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. So, like, I even asked them, I was like, do you guys accept tips? And they're like, no, like, that's just really, like, rude and disrespectful if you tip us. And they're like, we already make a certain amount.
Crazy, because I would be like, it's crazy, the cultural difference, because for me, like,
it's not always like that, but I mean,
yeah. But if someone's gonna hand me cash, I'm not gonna turn it down. If you're gonna tip me, like, for my company, they're not allowed to tip us, right?
They look at it. The person that I talked to said that this is our job. This is what we're here to do. This is what they pay us to do. Yeah. So why add an extra, like?
Yeah. Now, of course, doing my job does provide a lot of like outside job opportunities where I install their internet, whole 9 yards, and then they're like, hey, can you come back on like a Saturday and install this security system? And I'm well within my range, because it's off the person, and I can install your security system for you, or whatever it may be. I can mow your lawn, or etc. And they'll be like, totally fine, no worries. And I'm like, cool. So that has brought a lot of like outside job opportunities all right, let's shift and talk about Love Island. The Love Island finale just happened, of course. We both... Who did you say to win?
I'm pretty sure I said either Chris and Huda, because I wanted to go for the underdog, or I said Amaya and Brian. Yeah. I can't remember. My bad.
I think we both agreed that like Amaya and Brian probably deserve to win, but we both said Chris and Huda before the more recent episodes came out.
Well, they left it on that Chris and Huda were in a good spot.
Yeah, and then I think there was 2 episodes that came out before we recorded the podcast, or after we recorded the podcast episode last time. So
I can't remember.
So like, obviously Chris and Huda had their crap going on. I want to know how you felt about their date specifically. So they had like the singer came out, whole 9 yards. They were at the dinner. He like carried her to the water, and then they talked, and then he didn't carry her away.
Well, she broke up with him literally, right?
I want to know your thoughts though. Like,
have you seen some of the...
I saw she got brought on to call her daddy.
Well, not that part. Have you seen the memes that people are doing? Like, I can't remember. Your fiance and I just talked about it. There was like a video that they did, and they like shortened Chris and Huda, and then like it was a video of him shoving her into the water.
What the hell?
People are taking this and AI is spinning it, and it's so wild what people come up with nowadays. But honestly, I don't blame Chris for not like taking her across, because of the fact I can see him having like his like heart broken and like being upset and everything. personally, if I was him, I would have just done it out of respect because she is a woman. Nothing like against like not I don't know, it's hard. Like,
So what I'll say about their dynamic and that whole date scenario and all that, I commend her tremendously for like trying so hard to make it work and being she tried so hard in the sense of with her past attempts with like Jeremiah, for example, she was kind of a loose cannon with her emotions. With Chris, it did feel like there was a lot of growth there from her of like, I don't want to blow up because I don't want to mess things up. And then she would almost rein in those emotions and just talk to him. She would give them space, right? He would walk away or she would walk away, and then they would talk it out later. And it seemed very healthy, right? But they just never could get on the same beat. It seemed like she was always like, I want you to be more touchy-feely. And then he was like, I want you to like show me more affection in public to other people.
yeah.
And
I feel like they're not the right for each other, but
No.
they're right for learning
they
from
helped
each other.
one another tremendously, I think,
Yeah.
for sure. And him, like her breaking things off, I respect her 1000% for finally doing it. I don't, him in that entire date, I did not like at all because like he sat there and just was pretty much like,
Going with the motions, but not actually like.
well, he would be like, I know what you're thinking, but just say it. I just want to hear you say it kind of thing. And it was like, brother, like, she didn't say a word, first of all. She was trying to make it work, but you're not learning and you're not listening to her, like, saying, hey, I want you to be more affectionate in person. I want you to be more affectionate, like, cuddle me and everything at night, etc.
But also, it's hard to do that when if you're not willing to give an inch and change, if you're not willing to compromise. So I will give him credit on this one where like it's hard probably for him, and this is me like just thinking, it's hard for him to give her what she wants when she's not willing to give him what he needs.
But like, what did she not give him?
He wanted more affection in public.
That's fair.
And she was not willing to compromise. But I don't blame her for that too, because every time that she had a moment where she was growing and trying to do that, she got hit by everyone else. And it got admitted on other podcasts and stuff by other cast members.
Yeah.
They did bully her.
Yeah, 1000%.
And
now, what I will say too is I think what I took as affection in a different way. Not like exactly like kissing him in public or anything like that in front of everyone, but during the whole baby challenge, when they were given the babies and everything, she was very like
protective.
Almost like, yeah, protective, or some might say controlling, etc.
Well, she had the mother
I took
bear
it
gene.
as like she sees him as a potential to meet her daughter. So she's going to be like, yo, if you're going to meet my daughter, you need to be doing it this way. I took that as like a compliment, that she's being like, hey, I know you've never done this before, but listen to me and follow it this way, and then we might be able to make it out of this villa and you can meet my daughter. And obviously they didn't, and they broke things off. I do think he's a bit of a pussy for not carrying her across water, because I think that's just a gentleman thing to do.
That's what I was just saying. And I understand that, like, you got to be independent and stuff like that. I just was thinking that at the end of the day, like, he did carry her there. They also both beforehand were talking about how they just weren't feeling it the same way. So for him to get really upset, like, I understand being upset when it gets broken off, but
Yeah.
he already had the suspicion about it and like was talking about like it might not be able to like see it outside of the villa.
Yeah.
And she just was the one that broke it off, so he got upset.
I also commend Chris for his speech at the end. His speech at the end when they stood there and they gave their like
he was
prom
very
vows.
respectful.
Where he was talking about her as a mother and whole 9 yards, and like
She was
how
very
tough it was.
respectful too.
Yeah.
Because you never know how those were gonna go.
Oh, for sure. And his speech was very like powerful, and it like for her being, because obviously online she's gotten a lot of trash for being a mom and being away from her daughter.
Yes.
But like, we have defended her saying, like, it's 6 weeks, right? It's not like we're talking she was gone for 5 years and she missed her from 5 to 10. No, she was gone for 6 weeks to chase a career to better her daughter, right? To give her daughter more opportunity.
Well, even to potentially find love on herself.
And to find a father figure, to be a...
And granted, though, people are going to turn to you and say that a father figure, she already has a father, which she does. She does 100%
Yeah, but the dude is the dude, from what I've seen, from what I've heard from the show and everything, and from what I've seen outside with, all the podcasts and everything.
He took on the daughter the whole entire time.
Yeah, but he cheated on the wife, or I mean on Huda, not the wife, on Huda multiple times. Now, this is all speculative. We don't know what's real and what's false, because she said this all like out in the open, and he has just responded to like Instagram comments. He won't like step up on a podcast yet. And he's like, I could say A, B, C, and D, she did this, right? But I'm not going to do that because I'm a man. Now,
so what I'm just, that really part of the relationship that's between Huda and her, but him being
sure.
a father and stepping up, well, he'll always be that girl's father.
I'm also saying though, like, you could be, in my opinion, you could be the greatest father on the planet, but if you're not a great husband and or significant other, even co-partner, that's failing your child as well. Because,
well, look at, if I give him respect on it, because he was, granted, like, it gives him 6 weeks with his daughter, just him and his daughter.
Yeah.
But he let Huda go off and like do what she needed to do.
Well, he didn't let her, first of all.
Well, I know, but I mean, like, I wasn't meaning like let her, but I mean, like, he was willing to take,
no, for sure,
6 weeks of his life where he was always going to be with her and Huda was not going to be there.
For sure. No. I, like, there is some commitment to the...
Also, we don't know what the behind scenes are. There could be way worse situations. For sure.
No, this is, we just only can go off of what we've seen on the internet.
Yeah.
Right? What we've seen from
I've also not done, I'm not going to lie, I haven't done really that much detail.
Me either.
Diving in.
Honestly, it's like I'm trying to fall asleep and my fiance watches a lot of TikToks right next to me while I'm trying to fall asleep, and I kind of hear like Huda talking on a podcast.
It blows my mind, the dirt and stuff that people can pull out of the woodworks on people.
Oh, you mean like a random commenter can just dig up and find this about Huda or this about the dad? Or
there's so many things that I've seen out there where, or they'll like take a video of like something and they're like, this is how this person's acting because towards this person, and I just am sitting there, I'm like, holy moly,
it's dangerous.
It's
scary.
It's scary, but also, like, I sit here and I'm like, dang, I do not have enough time to do that.
It also is crazy because, obviously, right, I just said that he was commenting on a bunch of Instagram posts and saying, I could say X, Y, and Z. And she is coming on podcasts and saying, this is what happened. We don't know what the truth is. Only the two of them and probably some outside, friends and all that know. But it's crazy that, like, she went on Call Her Daddy, one of the biggest podcast platforms in the world, and said this.
I love Call Her
Daddy. I would have a tough time believing him with her being on such a big platform. So she's got such a... I'm not saying he's necessarily telling anything false or she's telling anything false, but she's on a massive platform telling this to millions of people who listen to this podcast. And... you have to have some balls to go on a podcast and just bold-face lie about somebody. Like, as big of a platform as that, that's why I kind of believe her more than him. Also, I think if he really thought, like, if he thought that she was just slandering him and everything, I'm sure he's been reached out to by other podcast platforms and saying, hey, if you have a different story, come tell it on this podcast that also reaches a bunch of viewers. That's where I kind of agree with Huda in saying that, not saying everything she's saying is true, but I probably believe her more than him because he's not willing to speak up. Because he probably did cheat 1, 2, 3 times, etc. on Huda. And...
I haven't seen the podcast, so I
No,
don't know.
I haven't. Like I said, I was trying to fall asleep the other night, and then my fiance like kind of nudged me to show me the comments that he wrote, and then also what she had said on that podcast a little bit. But it sucks that show is over, because now we, like we always talk about that and everything. And you watched the first episode of Love Beyond the Villa.
Yes, I did.
And so far, how do you feel about it?
So far, it's the first episode. It's different. I feel like the drama is very forced.
I agree.
And like maybe they do have this drama between each other, and like
it screams like Keeping Up with the Kardashians or something like that.
Yeah, it just seems very forced.
I watched like 20 minutes of the first episode with my fiance, and we both, like, I was like, hey, if you want to continue watching this on your own, like, that's cool. Because I don't, normally with shows like that, Love Island, Love is Blind, etc., we watch those together, and it's almost like frowned upon to watch them separately.
So there's one show that you should do with her if she will get into it, and if you want to get back into it. So I started watching Big Brother.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if I can do that.
They're doing a mystery themed one. Because you know how they're themed each year? This year it's mystery themed.
Mm-hmm.
So it has extra, like, things to it that...
I don't know if she would find that so entertaining. Because it's like, it's more about competitions and gameplay than it is about, like, drama and...
There's
reality.
drama,
yeah, there is. I mean, we could try for sure.
do you remember the season that Rachel and Brendan?
Yeah.
So I'll spoil one thing for you.
Yeah, I mean, we might not watch it.
Because you might not watch it, yeah. Rachel is on this season.
On the mystery season?
On the mystery season. So she won the last season she was on. And there's one guy on there, his name is Jimmy, and he's really advocating to try to push Rachel out of there.
Oh, so she came back on the show as a contestant, not like a host. Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Julie Chen is still
Julie?
the host.
Yeah. I was going to say, damn.
Julie's been there forever.
Yeah, I was going to say, damn, it's been years. Because ever since we started, it's been her. That's crazy.
Well, also, if you Survivor's the same guy.
Yeah.
The Challenge is still the same guy. He started like the Real World or whatever, and then like he
came back to
host is still the like same person.
Is the Challenge, yeah.
Yeah.
Of all the reality TV shows, do you have like an all-time favorite? Like this new season comes on, and you're like, oh, I'm so excited for this.
So me and my husband are really into Big Brother. That's one that we're adamant
and we
about, like,
grew up watching Big Brother.
Yeah, that's the one that we're like, we have to watch it together. When I first started dating him, Bachelor in Paradise, Bachelor and The Bachelorette, those were something that we did together, but we did, we had a group of us that each week you had to vote on like what you thought like the couples, and you get points based off of it. And
that's kind of cool. It's almost like fantasy football, but for that's kind of cool actually.
But then after Chris Harrison left, we kind of...
You guys should bring that over to Love Island.
But they don't do any like dates or anything. We'd have to like figure out. There probably is something for Love Island.
They do games though.
Yeah, that's true. I'm
sure. Yeah, you could find
there's probably something out there.
Speaking of fantasy football, our fantasy football is about to start. Do you have any from what you did last year versus do you have any adaptations to what you're doing this year?
No, I haven't done any research. I'm not gonna lie.
So what I would like to do this year is hopefully do a contest with all of us somehow to get draft placement. And you can pick your draft pick based off that.
Well, I can tell you... Oh, they're not going to be in town, so I don't know.
Like, no, it doesn't have to be everyone in our town. That's why I was trying to think of something like online where we could all... Whether it's like... Let's say it's Flappy Bird, for example. We'll use that game that used to exist, doesn't anymore. Where first place in the amount of tubes that you could get through within the span of, on Sunday, next Sunday, let's use that as an example. If I got through 100 tubes, but you got through 150, you would have your choice on pick. And that way, and then we would send a screenshot in like a big group chat of all of us.
It's kind of like, what did I just see? I just saw on TikTok, there's a group of guys that they run through the water at a beach.
I would love to do that.
And what they do is they try to run before the wave hits them. Mm-hmm. So once the wave hits them, whoever's gotten the farthest gets the like first, and then whoever's got like.
I would love it if we could do like a combine. That'd be sick. But I don't think I could get. I don't think I could convince everyone in our fantasy group to do that.
It's true. Yeah.
So I also thought of, okay, what if we did like a little, like you throw a cornhole bag, you make it, you keep going, until you got to make a cornhole bag. Then you move on to like, you make it in the beer pong cup, and then you move on, you flip cup, etc.
Yeah.
You just time it. And then the first person, with the lowest time wins.
But then we have to figure out how to set that up for the people that are out of town.
So then I thought, because the people that are out of town, it might be easier for us to go to them.
Yeah.
So like your brother-in-law, for example, might be easiest for us to go to him,
mm-hmm.
and then we do all the games at his house.
Yeah.
But then I don't want to plan something at someone else's house. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of messed up. That's why I thought the online game.
I feel like my brother-in-law would be very.
I think he would take it and run with it. I think he would be the best host for that.
Yeah.
For sure.
The only thing is because of my husband being back in school.
Yeah, that would be tough.
He might not be able to make it. Which, we could do something separate for him.
Yeah, we could figure something out. I was just spitballing ideas here. I wanted to talk about, so recently there's been a kind of pandemic thing going on with Pokemon cards where scalpers,
going with that.
I did kind of go down a whack way, but
I was like, what?
Scalpers have been just showing up right as soon as the store opens and yoinking all the cards, right? There have been no Pokemon cards on the shelf that you can just walk into a Target, walk into a Walmart, etc., and just go buy for like the last year.
Yeah.
So finally, my fiance and I, we were at Target on Wednesday or something like that, and we saw that there were packs. Nothing crazy, but there were a few like packs that were there, and so I bought 2 for myself, and then she got 1, and then we opened up them together. So then she was very excited. She got some polls out of it, etc. And I asked her if she would be interested in doing it more, because I enjoy, opening up Pokemon cards and collecting, etc. And she was like, yeah. So I had her go through my entire collection. And I was like, I want you to pick the cards that you enjoy and just put them in your box. And then we'll get you a binder. So yeah, that top box right there. Yeah, that's hers. And it's nearly, there's 2 lanes. It's like split in 2. She's like filled up an entire lane. And she likes like the cute cards. She doesn't really care about like the value or anything. She's just like, oh, this card looks cool, I'll take this one.
Did she
it looks
take
cute.
Any that you were like,
there's a few in there that I like went to a card shop and picked out myself and I bought, but like I said, like I'm excited for her to be joining in something that I have such a passion about.
Yeah.
Because I've been collecting cards since I was like such a little kid. So it's just something that we'll be able to do together that I have been doing my entire life. Like it would be as if, it would be like your husband being obsessed with like Call of Duty Zombies, something like that. Exactly. Like you love Call of Duty Zombies.
Speaking of things that are picking up, I'm not on this trend, but a lot of people are.
Okay.
I think they're really creepy looking, but I think they're little Furbies that are going to eat us in their sleeps. But these Labubu things.
Okay. Yeah, they're expensive and same thing.
Does
Scalpers.
Why do I want to keep calling her your wife? I'm sorry.
Fiance?
Your fiance. I just am like, you guys
probably
have been together.
Because you're a wife.
Yeah.
So
and I do it to other people too. So, your fiance.
Okay. She hasn't brought those up yet. My buddy, he's a big TikToker kind of guy.
Yeah.
And his wife just got her first little boo-boo. And I was like, damn. But
I didn't know that there's like there's Labubus and then the fake ones are Lafufus is what I heard they're called or something like that.
damn.
I don't know, but I have a friend who's doing some unboxing on them and she's been having fun. It's kind of like doing a Pokemon poll where you open the package.
So every box, I haven't really done too much research on those at all. I've just seen that they're a little trendy right now, but they're expensive. So every box is like a mystery box.
There's it's not a mystery box, but like you don't know what you're getting in the box. So yeah, it's a mystery box. Okay. So it's a mystery box, but there's like one that is actual like mystery. Like you can get all of them and then there's a random one that
You can get anything.
I'm looking these things up.
That kind of brings us to like we talked about Call of Duty Zombies and all that. So that kind of brings us to vintage video games that we grew up playing. Let's deep dive on a little bit of background of games that we enjoyed. So like if you had a desert island where you were just given like 2 or 3 games, you know.
Angel in the Cloud is $300 for the Labubu. Sorry.
Let me see what that looks like.
They're freaking creepy. It's the white one right there.
Is it? How big is it? Do you know?
They're
like that big.
I know the keychains are like.
They're that big, and people are paying $300 for them.
Well, I don't know for this one.
I collect Pokemon cards, and people are paying millions of dollars for Pokemon cards.
Size is 33 by 25 by 58 centimeters. So it's not that big.
Yeah, it's tiny. It's literally like a little keychain. Wow.
They have a One Piece.
I mean, that's smart to go with branding with other animes and shit like that. Like, you should. They should go through Pokemon Labubus and Naruto Labubus and all those. Like,
yeah.
Demon Slayer would probably do numbers.
I give people props for having their collections and everything. It's like having those vintage dolls when you walk into someone's house and they have those dolls. I feel like it's going to wake up and murder us.
Well, see, some people are sneakerheads. They have a lot of sneakers, right? You yourself, you have a lot of clothes.
No.
Not nearly like somebody that's a vintage collector or anything, but you do have clothes.
I've calmed down on how much I used to be.
Your fiance, he collects a lot of memorabilia for the Commanders, right? Not like an avid like diving to get a Super Bowl ring or something like that, but you know what I mean. We all have I like Pokemon cards. We all kind of have our thing. My fiance loves plants. She collects plants, just different. Yeah.
I sent her so many things on Facebook about plants and
crazy.
how she can hang her plants to add more plants.
Oh God. Don't even get her started. Our house is a jungle pretty much. That one day I would love to give
your old house, your apartment.
That was small.
It was small and it looked like a jungle. Now the plants are like spread out and they look great.
Looking back on that apartment, right? It was a 2-bed, 1-bath, but the living room was tiny, right?
Oh yeah.
Looking back on that apartment, I'm so surprised that we were able to do Thanksgiving there because the way our house is set up right now, we have a living room, we have the dining room right next to it.
When we did your guys' birthday parties here, it didn't there was a lot of space. But when we were like shoulder to shoulder at your guys' apartment. But hey, like you wanted to do it, we did it, and it was
a good time. I had a blast that day because even though we were cramped, like we had Mario Kart going on. We had Jeopardy going on. We had where we were rolling up the shot glass full of water, and then we were with the toilet paper.
Oh yeah, we had bingo, Mexican bingo.
We had Loteria going on.
I didn't remember the name of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We had a bunch of games going on.
Bingo's amazing.
Yeah, and that was super fun. So I think if we brought that over to like a bigger size. So obviously we've upgraded house size now. And we had a birthday party here once, and yeah, that went very well. A lot of space. Everyone was able to do their own thing. We did Mafia that night, and there was still food that everyone was just munching on all night.
Holy crap.
Shout out to our cousin, because he devoured that food.
But even him with Mafia, somehow they murdered the first investigator.
The sheriff? Yeah.
And he was able to take that on, and no one called him out for it because
he killed him.
Fiance was
super lucky.
Yeah, he got really lucky. I think your fiance was the investigator that he killed.
Yeah.
And I was the other investigator.
Because I think I was the narrator that game. It's always such a good time when the cousins are in town and like we're able to get together and have those game nights and all that. It's so fun.
I enjoy our goof off situations. I was just telling my husband about how I want to I've always wanted like a big family. I don't want to have many kids, but like I've always wanted to be a part of like.
How many kids you guys want?
2.
2. Yeah, I'm 2. I'm thinking 2 max. So that's 2.
I told him growing up with being 3 kids, I told my husband that I understand how people feel where like being left out of things or like the expectations, and I just don't want my kids to go through that. So personally, I don't even know how I'm going to feel after the first time of giving the birth situation.
I'm anywhere from 0 to 2 right now. Like if we don't have kids, I'm okay with that. If we have 1 kid, I'm okay with that. If we have 2 kids, I'm okay with that. Right? Like I'm in this area where right now, like it is so expensive to have a child.
Oh yeah.
Not only 1, but having a second is that much more expensive. And the more and more I think about it, like I think I want to do my best to pay for my kids' college. And of course that's super expensive.
I want to be able to just like support my kids. I don't want them to be like little spoiled brats.
No, of course.
I want them to like
they're going to earn their way. For sure.
By the time they leave my household, I want them to know how to clean and cook.
Yeah. And
that's one thing that I do really like is that when we left at 18 or whenever we left, we were prepared and we knew how to clean, we knew how to cook. Yeah. And it wasn't just like, oh, I can vacuum or I can mop a floor. It was, how can I deep clean my house? Like we knew how to do that. Yeah. We knew how to do yard work and things like that.
Yeah. And
now my outside yard doesn't really look like it.
Hey. We got lucky. I don't even know that landscaping was included with our rent, but it is, and I'm like, all right. Like my
plants just or the bushes they got the little like, well, you know when you wake up in the morning and your hair
your cowlick,
and that's how my plants look right now.
We were all prepared to go out and buy a lawnmower, and then
who ended up doing your guys' jungle that you guys had back there? Your jungle weeds.
Yeah.
Your weeds were so tall. When I came over to water the plants, my husband and because I was like, I don't know really how much, I don't know how much to water the plants because I didn't want to overwater them, but I didn't want to underwater them. So Dale was telling me like, do this, don't do this. I was like, okay. And then, so it was funny. I was also watering just the dirt ones.
Yeah.
I don't know if she told you that.
She did tell me that.
But I look at him and I go, look at their jungle. And he goes, there's so many weeds.
Well, because for a while there, we thought that the landscaper was going to take care of back there. You know, that little strip down the side.
Is it just like dirt back there once you take
It's just dirt, yeah.
Okay.
Which theoretically, we were like honestly, he does so much work for us that I don't care that he doesn't take care of that. Technically, it's probably in his job description, but I don't give a damn. I'll take care of it because I was full on prepared to be mowing every week this lawn.
Oh, and then once a month going out and pulling some weeds is not going to be
And
bad.
genuinely, we found out because he showed up to our house and was like, "Hey, I'm here to mow your lawn." And I'm like, "Are you sure you're at the right address?" Like, and then he was like, "Yeah, like I'm here. It's included in your rent." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Mow my lawn. So he just mowed the lawn, and
I can't believe they didn't tell you that it was a part of your lease.
I'm sure they did. It probably just slipped my mind.
You just didn't look at it?
Yeah. But
okay, I have to ask, are those sheets or is that a jumpsuit? Like a jail
those are
jumpsuit?
sheets right there. They're orange sheets.
Those look like jumpsuits.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're sheets. They're
Should
not
I show
like
the camera?
Goku's.
Because this is like, they look like you're about to like
they're not
be
Goku's.
locked up in jail.
No. They're genuine sheets. They're just dark. They're orange sheets that Anna picked those out, and or maybe I picked them out. I don't know. But we wanted something that was like unique, so we picked those
are
out.
unique.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but we barely use them.
I had a choice of, with my new bed, I had a choice of white, gray, or blue. And I was like, okay, what color is
light
the
blue
blue?
or dark blue?
Light blue, like baby, like light blue.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't really want that. White, I don't want at all.
I was going to say no.
I was like, no, we're not doing white. And then, so I was like, okay, we're going to do gray then. And, because we have to have special sheets for our bed.
Yeah.
And so we get the gray ones, and I'm like, I kind of want to just order another set of the gray ones.
How is the new bed now that you've tested it out for what, a week and a half?
It's been, I think, 2 weeks now that we've had it. It's pretty good. It's a lot better than our old one. Our old one felt like we were sleeping on rocks, basically, with like divots.
Yeah.
Now this one, like, kind of, it's plushy, so you like, it hasn't been broken in yet, so we're like slowly breaking that in, and it like kind of like sunk. I wanted to feel hugged when I like slept in a bed.
You wanted something soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it soft, medium, firm? What are we talking?
It's soft.
Yeah.
Ours is soft.
Now, have you noticed a better sleep throughout the night? You're waking up with more energy throughout the day?
Well, it depends on the day. Depends on what time I go to bed.
Of course.
But
the day, like your normal day,
like the days that I actually get like my full rest and stuff like that. I am considered a light sleeper. And I normally, with the old bed, would wake up probably about 14 to 30 times throughout the night and just wake up and then go back to sleep. And I would remember it.
Yeah.
The app that I have that is connected to my bed will tell me that I'll be in light sleep at certain points, but I don't remember waking up. Like, I might wake up once or twice that I remember, but that's about it.
Okay.
So I'm actually sleeping through the night now.
Solid.
Which is nice.
And you bought the bed from Mattress Firm?
Mattress Firm, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
It's pretty nice. Yeah.
All right. And you've tried you said it had like massage and reclining and shit.
Yes, it does.
We can cut it out.
Yeah. So it's got the massage. It's not like a massage. It's more of like it's to relax you, kind of like vibrate. It's got lumbar support, so like you can, like, if you need more like back support, it will like push out there.
Now, I had a buddy tell me that for wrinkles on your face, the worst way to sleep is on your back. I didn't know that.
I'm a side sleeper, so
or
a stomach sleeper. That is a really bad thing to do, and
I have been trying, because I have always been a side sleeper. But I've been trying so hard to be a back sleeper.
But I heard it's the healthiest way, not with wrinkles, but I heard it's really good because it helps with like...
But, what, you mean on your back?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're aligning your spine. Yeah. Now, the issue with aligning your spine when you're on your back is your pillow. If your pillow is too thick, then your spine is just way too far forward, and then then your neck is all messed up. But if you have a thin pillow, like theoretically, the best way to sleep is without a pillow. But then... Do
you sleep without a pillow?
No, because I'm going to wake up with a fat kink in my neck or something like that. Because I'm going to end up waking up like this or this. And then I'm like...
Do you have a thick pillow?
I have like a pretty thin pillow.
Do you sleep with one pillow or two pillows?
One. Only one ever. Never more than one. Screw that. Unless I'm sick. If I'm sick and I'm congested, I will sleep like sitting. Like I'll sleep like
that's one
this.
reason why we got the beds that we got was because of the fact that my husband he doesn't snore, but he does like lightly snore. So the bed will move when he snores.
Can you control it?
We have two remotes.
So he's snoring and you're and he's
Well, also we have but also we did it because like if let's say like I'm prone to hurting my ankle and then if I need to elevate my leg, I can elevate my legs. If we're sick, then we can elevate to like help with. Because sometimes when you're super sick and you go sleep on the couch because you just need to be propped up more.
And that's what I'm saying. When I'm sick, I like prop up pillows behind me. Yeah. But just because
I have like 45 pillows on my bed. Not actually. That's a drastic thing. I have like 10 pillows on my bed.
But we have like decorative pillows that I throw off the bed at the end of the night.
We throw most of our pillows off the bed. Since this new bed, we've thrown a lot of our pillows off the bed.
And I kept waking up with like back pain when I was sleeping on my side. And if you sleep on, I'm not sure which way is right, but one of the sides that you sleep on, I think it's the right side of when you sleep on your right side, it is so bad for your stomach because of like gravity and all that. Versus if you sleep on the opposite side, it's better for your stomach. But the issue was I was waking up with back pain because I would sleep with like I would be like this, like with my back like out like this, flat. But then my right leg would be swung over or my left leg would be swung over. So my back is just twisted all night. And that would cause me that back pain.
So number one position that is the worst for sleep positions is fetal position.
You're curled up in a ball, yeah.
Yeah. Sleeping on your front is number two, which I do.
On your stomach.
I do that sometimes. Half sitting and half laying down.
Okay, so when we're sick, we shouldn't be sleeping like that.
And resting your head on your upper arm, so like yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know which side it is, but I definitely today, because of how tired I've been, I took on my hour lunch today, I just like...
You should take... No. There is this guy, oh God, I wish, he's super famous, rich guy. Like CEO of a company or something like that. I just can't remember who it is. But he doesn't actually sleep 8 hours a day. Or he does in theory.
There's an app out there that is supposed to help you figure out how you should sleep. Yeah. And I know that like with me personally, because of my ADHD, I do better on 3 hours of sleep than do 8 hours of sleep.
It also depends on the quality of sleep you're getting. But yeah, there's a guy, he's like a CEO of a big company, but he's like, look, I don't sleep or I go to bed at...
Speaking of CEOs.
We'll get to that. I have it written down. Where I go to bed at midnight and I sleep 8 hours and I wake up at 8 a.m., right? No, he said he does 2-hour naps throughout the entire day. So he'll do a 2-hour nap, he'll wake up, work 4 hours, go back to sleep for 2 hours, wake up, and it's just a repetitive cycle. So he says rather than being on this clock where I only have 16 hours in my day because I sleep 8 hours, I'm on a 24-hour clock where I just take 2-hour naps in between, and it's a constant cycle. I don't know how good that is for you, but that's how he does it, where he's like, I don't actually sleep 8 hours in one span. I wonder what the
research on that would be.
Yeah, because he's the only person I've ever heard of it. But he also is a multi-millionaire CEO.
There's probably more people that have done it. We just haven't looked at it. Speaking of CEOs.
Yeah, let's talk CEO. Coldplay concert.
Yeah, that was wild that just came out of nowhere. Did you see what the wife looks like?
No, I haven't seen the wife. But I saw she like immediately removed wife off her Facebook page and all that.
She did. She also changed, I heard she changed her...
to the maiden name?
Last name.
All respect to her.
Oh, 100%. You find out that your husband's cheating on you with the HR rep and... Yeah, no,
Now,
that's...
did you see what he said? He released a statement.
Oh, no, I wasn't paying attention. I just saw
So
the video.
the day after, or a little bit of days after that video got released, he released a statement saying, like, at first it was like, I'd like to apologize to the company. I'd like to apologize to my wife, my family, my friends, etc. Then he goes on to say that he tries to blame Coldplay and say it's their fault for not getting my consent and putting such an intimate romantic moment, blasting it on a big screen for the whole world to see. And it's like, well, homie, how about you don't cheat on your fucking
I
wife?
was gonna say, when you do something wrong,
Yeah.
you should probably not be married when you're...
That's the definition of karma. Because not only is he married, the HR lady that he was with is also married.
Oh my. I didn't do that much research into it. I just saw the video.
So yeah.
When it first released, I saw the video about how, and I loved how they called it out and they said, either you're having an affair.
Yeah.
Or you two are just really shy.
Yeah.
And
of course, people deep dove into that. And like,
100%.
shout out to Coldplay. Shout out to the wife.
And
the concert production. Shout out to them.
Well,
because,
also the other husband.
Oh, I don't know what he did. I'm sure he probably...
Well, I'm just meaning just like, well, it depends on like,
I don't know the HR's husband's story at all.
I was just saying like, I feel bad for that. So, like, because you just, for the CEO's wife, like she just found out nationwide, like that went so fast. It's all
probably crazy
over my
too,
social media.
Because she probably saw it just like on the news or on TikTok or on Instagram or whatever it may be.
Or her kids saw it and came to her.
Exactly. She probably just randomly found that out.
Could you imagine? I think they have like 2 or 3 kids. I can't remember. I saw a picture of her literally in their kitchen with their kids around her, and then him holding the like HR lady.
I would go nuts.
But could you imagine your kid running up to you and being like, "Look how Daddy's holding this lady," or like,
"Oh, I would go nuts.
Look, Daddy's on this screen for Coldplay."
Because he also, I don't know how old he is, but he looks relatively old enough to where he would have at least like a 12-year-old son, 12-year-old daughter who's like old enough to have some sort of social media. To where you're probably right. It probably was the kids that found out first and like showed their parent, their mom. And,
it also could be the friends too, because like,
somebody. She may have found out herself too, though. Like, imagine just scrolling TikTok and that's your husband right there, and you're like, wait, what the hell? Like that's kind of insane. To think about, like, that would suck that you're just going through a regular day. She could have been having the best day of her life, and then that happened. It's like, well, there goes our marriage. You're looking up the kids?
I was going to see if I can find out the...
It's okay. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But,
it's just wild how fast that, like, blew up.
I also have been seeing that you've seen the couple, but then there's the one girl that's next to them. That's like all red-faced in that. People are trying to give her slander because she works at the company also. She's like the assistant to the HR lady or something like that.
The thing is
but
that...
she's in that would be in such a tough spot because that's her career, that's her job. Like, she also probably doesn't know these people outside of work.
Or, well, she's at an outside of work event.
That's fair. That would suck if she's like friends with the wives or husbands or whatever.
She could be friends with the HR lady, and that's why she got invited. But also, I know a lot of people that would cover things, like they won't say anything because they don't want to lose their job.
But I will 1000% stand by if that's the case.
Think about it. It's an HR. HR is the place that you're supposed to go to when...
But if that's the if that's the case where she's very good, if she's met the husband or if she's met the wife, etc., I do agree with those that are kind of being like, you're kind of an ass in the situation. Because if it was our situation... No, I know. But like hypothetically, if it was our situation, right? And like, let's take a random, like, if you knew I was cheating on my fiance, for example, as a human being, you should go tell her if I'm not willing, or you should come to me and be like, you either tell her in the next hour or
But think
I'm
about
going
it
to.
when it comes to a job situation.
For sure.
So
No,
think
I
about
get
like
it.
if you were working and you found out that your buddy that you let's say you got really close with the HR lady.
I've had an ethical dilemma like that in my job. Not the current job I'm at, but a previous job. I chose the moral route of sticking with the idea that I'm going to lose my job going into this, of speaking up, than actually just keeping my mouth shut, because there's no way I could live my life like I can describe this. So it was at a previous job that I was at where this person got sexually harassed by someone that was way above them.
Oh, I remember the story. Okay.
So the idea was that that night I got a call at like 11 p.m. and we both had to work the next day at like 7 a.m. And I was like, am I getting a call this late? I was so confused. And we were good friends. So I answered the phone call. I'm like, what's up? Explain the situation. I'm like, all right, we both work with this person the very next day. We're going to go in before that person and we're going to go tell, like, of course, if that person was comfortable telling everything, I'll be a witness. I saw the screenshots. I saw everything that happened. And I'm like, I will risk my job because there's no way I could continue working with somebody that I couldn't work with somebody that did that, or I also couldn't work for a company that allows that kind of stuff.
A lot of people don't think that way too. So
no, I know. You're a scumbag if you don't think that way is what I'm saying.
It's hard though when you're like, you don't know what to do and you don't want to, you're getting a good paying job and you don't know what to do. So it's like, it's hard because that I can see both sides.
No, I get it.
And playing the devil's advocate on the other side, I feel if the reason she didn't say anything was because she was worried about losing her job.
For sure. I know some people, like, it is tough to, the idea of, like losing your job, like.
Think about also
like,
what
if she has kids.
What if she's soft-spoken too? We have some people that we know in our lives that I don't think, if they were put in that situation, I don't think they would ever say anything because they don't like confrontation. And
for sure, I do agree though with the statement that those people are kind of a pussy.
Well, that's fine.
Like I'm
just stating
like, and that's not a problem necessarily that you don't want to speak up, but I do also see like if that HR lady, I don't know if she's an assistant or whatever her job role is, but at that company, like if you know facts, because I always think about it, imagine if the tables were turned and like someone knew that your significant other was cheating on you, you'd want to know, of course.
What if karma hit them really quickly and that was their first like outing?
Date? Yeah. That would be crazy. No way your first, I mean, maybe.
Could be.
He is a CEO, so he probably went big.
I don't know, but you know, I just was thinking that. I was like, oh. Well,
it's just so ironic too that like anyone could have been on that camera. Anyone could have been on that camera, yet the CEO of a massive company.
So they were looking for couples.
No, for sure. It's just so funny how karma works. Because it's like, if he was there with his wife, like, I don't know how to put it. It's almost like karma works in a funny way of you do good things, or you do bad things, and bad things are going to happen to you. I.e., he cheated and it got exposed to the world. And now he's pissed at Coldplay like he's got no right to be. It's like you signed up for the concert. You know what concerts do. You know people get put on camera. It's like if you go to a basketball game or a football game, you might get put on camera.
Yeah.
You signed up. You bought the tickets. I'm sure there's somewhere in that little terms and conditions that says something about that when you buy the tickets. But he wants to be mad at Coldplay. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to sue.
Well, when you're higher up, a lot of people are going to think it a lot differently too. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to sue them.
He tried. I don't think he would win at all. Like, I don't know if there's a way you could.
There's some things out there that people have tried to sue.
For sure, yeah.
Did you ever hear about that one girl that sued her parents because she didn't give them consent to be born?
That's crazy. Did she win?
No.
Of course not.
But she like said that they needed to hire like a psychic and
Why wouldn't she, like, not to turn this like dark, but like if you don't want to be born, then why wouldn't you just like lethal injection or something like that? Right? She said she didn't get consent to be born.
maybe we don't like try
I can
to
cut that.
condone.
I'm not saying that, but like, you know what I mean? If you don't want to be alive on the planet, you're trying to sue your family.
I think it just goes back to what people want to like.
No, for sure. I'll cut that part.
I was gonna say I would definitely.
Yeah, no, I'll cut that part.
Okay, question. I've been asking a lot of random questions at work, so I thought I'd ask you. For your Monday soundtrack, what would it be if you had a soundtrack for Monday?
Monday, if I had one song, "When the Party's Over" by Billie Eilish, because that's a sad.
I would
sad
do
song.
the. I don't want to do the work
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, I would think like Friday, I freaking turn up playlist, but Monday, yeah, it's like sad music, and I'm like, damn, I'm tired, groggy, trying to catch up on the sleep that I lost from the weekend, etc.
Yeah.
But the end of the week, yeah, it's
Well,
like,
it's also like, I don't know about you with like the customers that you talk to and stuff like that. I know with me, Mondays are always the worst. It's frantic people from the weekends that when we were closed. And
yeah, because we can't get, like, if your internet gets cut on Friday night at 8 p.m., right? Squirrel choose your wire or whatever.
Yeah.
We're not getting someone out there till Monday. So
Oh,
they're at least Monday, if not further.
Well, think about it, like, and this is where, so I get a lot of gentlemen that call in, and their biggest complaint when their water heater breaks, it's my wife, my daughters don't want to take a cold shower.
Yeah.
My joke so far with people, not joke, well, kind of joke. My thing with people right this moment is when they say they don't want to take a cold shower, I'm like, at least it's hot outside.
Yeah, put a bucket outside and just let it sit there for 2 hours, then go take a shower. I've had to do that in Mexico, where I went to a part of Mexico where we had to use only cold water for our shower, and then you put like a heating rod in it to warm it up. But it never really gets hot. It's more just like a lukewarm shower, and then you take like a cup and you
I don't know about
shower
you,
that
but
way.
I know on like days that it's really hot. Like last night, I came home and all I wanted to do, I took a cold shower. Like it's.
Nope, can't. No matter what, I'm taking a warm shower at least.
Even when you're intoxicated, you take warm showers?
Yep, no matter what.
Dang.
Now, I do go through these movements where I'll do like it's like a cold plunge shower, but it's like 30 seconds and it's the end
know
of
what
the
we should
shower.
do? We should get 2 gardening buckets. Or the big ones.
The silver ones?
The silver ones.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of ice. You and I do the ice bath challenge and see who can stay in the ice water.
I could stay in it longer for sure. 1000%.
Longer and see, and then your fiance after that can use it as a plant-based.
1000% I could do it longer. Because like I said, I used to do like at the end of my shower, when I've already done all the hot water and I've washed my body and everything and I'm just literally rinsing off, I turn it all the way cold and I'm just sitting there in cold, because cold plunge is super good for the body. And I've done cold plunges before, like even when I was playing basketball heavily, like I would come home from practice, cold plunge and try at least. And then because it's super good for the muscles. And even, sometimes now, like I'll use the bath and I'll cold plunge and after a workout, but it's got to be a very heavy workout nowadays. But no, I would say we could do it. I don't mind doing it, but I would put like $1,000 on the line since I win. Especially if we put
$1,000 on the line.
I'm not getting out no matter what.
I'm literally gonna sit as long as I can.
No, I will lose my legs. I'm so competitive, and if there's money on the line too.
Well, don't we have money on another bet going on right now?
Are you talking about our sister?
No.
Oh.
With all the siblings.
We do.
What was it, like $100?
$100, yeah. We could flip that money over to the cold plunge if you want. But I'm telling you, I will win, no matter what. I don't give
Even if it's $100?
I don't care how much. I don't care if it's $1.
You're gonna do it over $1. You could lose your legs over $1.
Not lose my legs, obviously, but I will win.
No, I know.
I will win. We can do it. Let's set it up.
That'd be fun.
We have trash cans. We'll just wash out the trash cans. We'll fill it with...
No, I'm not doing
wash out the trash can.
No.
If you pressure wash it out and it's all clean...
I don't care. Don't care.
It's not a dirty trash can at that point.
Nope. Nope. We can get buckets.
That's fine. We can get the buckets. And we can record it for the TikTok.
Yeah.
And we can put it on there. And I'm telling you, if it's a competition at all, I'm not losing. I'll stay in there for as long as I need. If we buy bags of ice and we put it in there, whole 9 yards, I'm down.
We gotta figure out like how many bags of ice
we would need a lot.
Yeah. How about this? What if it would be so we go even splits on the middle of like how much it costs and everything. Whoever loses has to Venmo back the other half.
I'm down. You're going to be Venmoing me, though, because I'm telling you, I'm not losing that. I swear on my life. Anytime, any place, any day.
Someone's going to watch us and be like, did they ever do that cold plunge?
We're going to do it on the TikTok.
Okay.
So, before we end this, let's, because I think we're over an hour at this point.
Yeah.
Let's end on some wavelength. So, last time we did it, where I tried to get you to give the number.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to do...
And then I decreased it down to like 25 or something like
so now we're going to do it the other way around. So...
Do you want to do the categories or do you want to like give me the categories and then I'll
give you the categories. And then I'm going to try and guess the number though. I'm going to give you categories of what I would like you to rank.
Chat GPT it.
Just give a number 1 through 100. And let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
All right. You've got your number? Okay.
ChatGPT gives you a reason of why they gave the number.
Okay.
I'll tell you the reason why later.
Give me a cereal to start.
Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, shit. We're high. We're pretty darn high. I think I'm going to start at like... The only knockback on Fruity Pebbles is... I know they were like one of your favorites for sure. The only knockback on them is they get soggy. So I'm going to start at like 89.
Okay.
Now give me... Give me an event. Any event you can think of. Good or bad. So like a bad one is probably like a funeral. And a really good one is like your wedding. So then maybe something in the middle would be like a nephew's birthday party. But then think of like a nephew's birthday party when you're hungover. That would be towards the bottom. A bunch of little kids running around with high school graduation, pretty low. Unless it's your high school graduation, then you're like amped. Pretty high would be like 4th of July and you're on a party boat. I'm getting creative with these I know, topics.
I'm trying to like think because it's like...
Your 21st birthday party. That's probably pretty high. The day after your 21st birthday party, that's probably pretty low.
I was trying to think of like what I did for my 21st birthday. I was like,
I think I was COVID 21.
For yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had it at the...
Bowling alley?
No, at our house. Your 21st birthday was when we lived at the apartment together.
Oh, shit, you're right.
And we bought, I think it was like a bunch of Twisted Teas or something, and...
Okay.
I was so mesmerized by the people that we were with. We were all laughing with how drunk you got.
Well, yeah, it's your 21st birthday. You kind of have to.
Well, yeah, it was just really funny.
It's against the law if you don't.
I didn't. I had a headache on my birthday.
Sick.
So I slept instead. And I had a beer with Dad.
Ew.
That's interesting.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, let's see. Mine was pretty boring.
Do you want a different category? A concert could be one. A good or bad concert. Going to the casino with zero money would be a pretty bad one. Winning the lottery would be a fantastic event. Great service at a restaurant.
This wasn't an event, though.
It doesn't matter. Go with
Okay.
it. Roll with it.
Vegas first escape room with my husband.
Okay, I assume that's good. You guys love escape rooms, so... And the first one probably put you on to loving escape rooms. Vegas, I mean, it's Vegas. It's cool. So I think I'm in the right ballpark of like the 90 range. So I'm going to say... I think I'm in the right ballpark, so I'm going to stick around 92. I said 89 first one. I'm going to stick around 92. Maybe go up a little bit. Because you guys love escape rooms so much. So now with the final category, give me... Oh, man, I could go this route for you. Based off my liking,
Oh, your liking?
give me an NFL team. You know I'm a Dolphins fan. You know I hate the Raiders. You know I hate the Niners. Teams I like, I don't mind the Eagles.
I don't.
The middle of the pack team is like the Jaguars.
I'm gonna throw one out there because I'm
All right.
curious. Chicago Bears.
I'm not gonna lie, that drags me down. No, the Bears are cool. I actually like the Bears aren't bad. I think because like the Bears, when I think of the Bears right now, I think of Caleb Williams, and I'm like meh. But because I had Caleb Williams on my fantasy team
I was
last year,
gonna say you got beef
and
with
he
Caleb.
sucked for me last year. But what I will say is the Bears in general, solid defense, improve their offense.
We're trying to get a number that you're.
What?
Not an explanation of why.
No, I know.
like
I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to convince myself. I'm having this conversation with myself. So,
At least just don't answer your.
so
Oh, wait,
first
you got
one
it.
was Fruity Pebbles, and I said 89. Second one brought me up. So, like, I feel like the Bears, because, like, if it was the Dolphins, you would say 100. So, team number 2 on my list would probably be, like, I enjoy the Bills. I enjoy the Eagles. I weirdly like the Titans. I weirdly like, but I don't like. Okay, so I'm gonna go like final answer. I'm gonna stick around where I'm at. So I'm gonna split the difference. 89, 92. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna stick it at 90. Solid. Lock in.
Okay.
Where are you at?
73.
You said Fruity Pebbles.
Yes.
And that's one of your favorite cereals.
It's not like my favorite. The tricks are my favorite. And then
Wait. You love escape rooms.
I do, but if you remember the statement I said when we did the first one with my husband,
Okay.
it was gonna make or break our relationship.
And obviously you got married.
But I was so I know, but I was so terrified with that first room. Yes, I fell in love with escape rooms because of it, and we did a second one. But it was so terrifying that it kind of like put
Okay.
it like that's why it was
My
like I was
initial-
trying to like
My initial instinct for Chicago Bears was 85, but I went up because I wanted to stick around because I thought you were trying to keep me around that whole.
no, I would have said like Dolphins or like other teams like should have said Commanders to see where you are on the Commanders side.
40s. Low. Yeah, it would have brought me way low.
When I chat GPT'd, I said, give me a number between 1 and 100. It said, all right, I'm going to go with 73. Why? Because it's a prime number, Sheldon Cooper's favorite, and just weird enough to feel intentional.
73. Interesting.
Yeah.
73 football team probably would have been like 73 cereal for me is like Cheerios.
It's hard for me because I don't eat cereal that
But you
often.
used to eat cereal.
Yeah, but people used to buy us the cereal all the time, and
okay.
I became lactose intolerant.
Like cereal for me, yeah, it would have been like mini wheats. Probably would have been like a 70-ish, and then
I haven't had mini wheats in so long, but I don't know if I can have mini wheats
I don't
because of
think
the
so
gluten.
because it's literally wheat.
Wheat.
But second for like an event, a 70 event probably would have been like maybe like going to the grocery store. An event.
No, I hate going to the grocery store.
I don't mind it. Especially at Costco. Going to Costco is probably like an 83 for me.
Well, yeah, Costco's
It's
enjoyable.
Tasters.
Yeah.
And then next, like a football team, I'm thinking like the Buccaneers are probably like a 75.
See, it's hard when you do sports with me because, yeah, we talk about sports a lot, but I don't know where the heck half of these teams sit with you.
All right, let's flip it the other way, and then we'll end it. Let's do
You
the
do it?
other. Let me see. I don't have my phone on me. Let me see your phone so I can do a random number. Random number 1 to 100. Okay. All right. I got the number. Now give me a category. Maybe a character on Love Island. Maybe a sitcom. Maybe a car. Maybe a job.
Let's do cars.
Car? Okay.
Yeah.
Like a car
Brand.
that I'll give you. So like give me like a 0 and a 100 car. That way I can find the middle.
0 is a Mustang.
Okay, you hate Mustangs. Cool.
100.
Lambo, Ferrari.
Yeah, I literally.
'Kay.
Lambo, Ferrari.
I'm going to go with like a Ford Focus.
24.
Okay. Next category.
Let's do pizza toppings.
Ooh, see, this is tough because I don't know where you're at with this. Um,
If you know my favorite pizza toppings, then it would be easy.
see, that's the thing. I don't know.
Okay, I am a
Are you pineapple on pizza kind of person or no?
100%. I'm a
Okay.
and people are gonna call me out for this, and that's fine. I'm weird as heck. I'm an Alfredo sauce type of person
Okay.
with pineapple and pepperoni on it.
I'm going to go with like
I hate mushrooms, by the way,
chicken.
and olives. Chicken. And your other answer, I'm gonna go up to 45
Okay.
because I feel like chicken does deserve to be on pizza.
Final category.
Okay. Love Island.
Character? Okay.
Yeah. From this season.
Love Island character from this season. I'm going to go with Oh, so give me a 0 and a 100 for those. That way we know your range. A 0 or you
But I
thinking?
think I know yours. more. So based off yours,
Okay, so what do you think my 0 and 100 is? That way I know.
you've been a Huda girl the whole entire time.
Girl.
Well, like you've supported
That's
her.
my girl.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
your
Shout
girl.
out.
And then so I think she would be like your 100.
0.
I think Jalen would be a 0.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, we're on the same wavelength. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna give you trying to think of every character that's in there. And I'm going to give you Bella.
She's kind of like there, but like gone really quickly.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna in the right ballpark, but I think I'm gonna lower it a little bit. I said what, 45? 40?
Yeah, you said 45 for that second guess.
I'm gonna say 37.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. My final number was 42. So you were pretty darn close. You're in that right
Damn.
ballpark. Yeah, because Bella, like, she was there, but not long enough to where she could be like the potential question mark. But everyone is kind of like trending her because they're like, well, what if Nick just stayed with her instead of Sierra with the whole racist shit?
Yeah.
So, and then, yeah, chicken on pizza is like, chicken on pizza, honestly, for me, is kind of elite. Like, it's more like 75-ish, but people are so 50-50 on it.
Well, it's kind of like, so I'm a huge, like, avid, like, so my, I'm about to change managers. My boss, a new boss, posted in our group chat, and she goes, I like to play this game where I'm going to give you a word, and you just find the funniest gift, and you post it in there. And I was like, okay, sounds good. She goes, pineapple. And someone was like, I'm going to post this, and pineapple on pizza. And all of us were like, liking it or disliking it, and that's how you would win, is like based off your reactions.
Yeah.
So I posted a thing that said, "Hey yo, I'm a pineapple."
And then what was the first comment, or what was the first thing?
Shoot.
You said car. I said Ford Focus. It's like
they break down so much.
Yeah, but like,
no offense to the Ford Focus.
It's just
it's a car. It's there.
Yeah, it's above a 0, like but it's 35. Below a 50.
Yeah, I was that's why 35.
You said 25 on that one, but yeah.
I thought I said 35.
Because I had to bring you up for chicken on pizza. And then I tried to bring you more back down, but
I didn't do bad there.
Yeah, no. You were pretty darn close, so.